Okay, hello. Welcome to the stream. We're making really good progress on that one branch of the Milton Valley Railroad. It won't be long until it's finished, because we did the left side, pretty much, after the end of the forest. So now we just need to do the right side, and then a little bit more, where the tracks go around a curve and then into a portal. Oh, welcome, one. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, Ein. Yes. So, it's just loading up the route in the background. So it'll be there shortly. Dun 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 dun. So hello, Kangafango. Hello, Albastru. Hello, VGR. Yes, hello. Alright. Hoppler? Did you mean Koplopper? Playing guitar. Oh, do you mean playing electric guitar like number 12? Is that what you mean? Playing fast-paced band music. Funny. Right, and in case, actually, let me say one moment. I'm going to get the thing because I wanted to show you. One moment. Yes, I wanted to show you. If we switch over here, the thumbnail for the last Star Trek Pathos episode. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Which is Children of Theseus, in case you were wondering. Oops, that needs to go a little bit like that. Children of Theseus, Part 3. So, yes, this is what I was talking about. We pretty much finished. So okay, this over here is pretty much done. From down here, the scenery. I think we already did this. Yes, back here. We need to do a little bit of work back here, maybe. Although to be honest, it doesn't look that bad like that either. Might as well leave that. Maybe a little bit of work, just a tiny amount. Over here, everything's done. And then if we go along this bit, over on this side, I want to leave that like that, that's finished. So on this side, everything's good. Coming in. So that's all done. This is all done, all the way up to here. So we still need to do, what we still need to do is work on this side, so doing all the stuff on this side, up to here. So up to this bit. Because, again, this over here, I want to leave like that. Except, no, I need to put in a fence along here. But then, that's okay. So we just need to work on this bit that we can see now. And after that, just continue this line, like do a curve like that, and then we'll have the portals here. So that this can be used as an entry and exit point for AI trains or sessions. So I'll do chat and then we'll get started with that. Hopefully we'll get a lot done today. Wait, what? There's an 8-string resonator. Number 12. So what happened in the end? In the end? Well, as it turns out, they were already in the alternate universe even before the ribbon, the Hades Gate even arrived. They were in the alternate universe pretty much probably from when the stars started disappearing. At least that's the theory. In the end, they dropped out of warp because they couldn't shake it, they couldn't get away from it. So they dropped out of warp, tried to evade it, but it just swallowed them up. When they regained consciousness, they were back in the normal universe, or so it seems. But that's all conjecture on the behalf of one NPC. So, who knows? You have to tune in for next time to find out. I'm not so familiar with guitarish and musicalitarian expressions, but it sounds nice. How many strings are usually common on guitars? Did you guys escape that Hades Gate, whatever thing? 63. 63 strings? Spider said, I hear that's 6 strings common. Guitars, 4, 8, 12, 16. Well, that's a strange wheel layout. Oh, alright, thanks. Oh, I've got 6 strings. If you don't wish to watch the archive yourself, I will say it. Never mind. Holy shit. What? You mean because of the Hades Gate? Holy wood made sheets of paper, eh? Think that might be the harp. Oh, right. Perhaps. I don't know. So, let's work on this. Let's put in the fence first. I've been spending a significant amount of time in Unity working on the foundations of a prototype of a new game. Who knows where it'll go? I don't, but so far everything's working fine. And it involves saving and loading a lot of different sets of data. Not the game, the thing that I've been working on though. The actual work that I've been doing. Not the game itself. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. How are things for other people who are watching? Sure, it's wood made from holly trees. I think there are those double-posted ones. See. Oh, Unity. I'm doing stuff too. Specifically making laser armor in Koikatsu. Right, I see. Using shapes. I don't know what that means in this context. Sure, will the game eventually get its own channel in your server? If it goes somewhere, yes. I probably need to put some grass or something. Some grass plants over here on the right. Looks a bit barren this way. Let's do that now. Okay. How's everything with you, Albast through? Is that okay? I think I need a bit more here because there is a slight embankment which should really have grass plants on it. Like that. Should I will right. Well, I'm alive. Well, that's good. It's a prerequisite for a lot of things. Thanks for asking. Today's been alright in fairness, but I'm very tired. Alright, I see. I see. Well, I hope things will go better. Go better? Going forwards? Yes, alright. All's well with you? Yes. I've had a long tabletop roleplay session today. The Star Trek one. Lots of things happened. Decisions were made. Players are going to be court-martialed. Well, because it's technically a military court, so it's a court-martial, martial court, a military court. So it's more of a hearing, really, for some of them. Yeah, but they're on their way. So things with us in chat. Well, I've also been looking to perhaps continue one of my started Unity games in Unity. However, I am not entirely certain which one to continue. Well, I hope you do continue one of them. Oh, what happened? Should I court martial or court martial? I think it's the first one, if I recall correctly, but I haven't seen it spelled that much. I think it's the first one though, because the second one's a marshal. Is that okay? So in terms of what happened, let's just say that our captain hasn't been acting very Starfleet-y. He's broken some laws and done some other stuff. Plus we've got a spy who's been captured, and there's also another guy from a pirate vessel, the captain we've had for months in the brig, and his arrest time, the time that he can just be under arrest in our brig, is running out. We've only got like a couple days. If we don't get him to a court within those few days and he gets sentenced, then we're gonna have to let him go, just free, because we can't just keep him in the brig forever. So yeah, that's happening. Plus there was in the previous session an NPC character who died due to what some might consider criminal negligence on behalf of one of the players. So there's going to be an inquiry into that. And of course also, yeah, the captain is going to go to testify, but maybe there's also going to be some other stuff that he needs to do while he's already at court, because he's not easy to get to a court, that one. So yeah, basically that's what happened. And I think that none of the players are particularly happy about the situation. But I think we're going to have some fun anyway. Anyway, is Marshall Army, Navy, or neither? I don't know. Ooh, heck, that's not good. Wait, wasn't the captain female? No, not Star Trek Pathos. This is the Saturday Star Trek session, the one that's 5.5 hours long, the private one. Are you the spy, Kango Fango? Other game. Nope, he's not the spy. Oh, so someone is suspicious? A lot of people are suspicious. I mean, they've got 2 secret agency agents on board who are luckily on their side, probably. They seem to be, at least. Plus there's some mind neural stimulation stuff going on, which they want to undo. Nope, ding! Among us, dead buddy, reported team. Ah, I see. Although, if we're being honest here, if I was, I would really admit... Would I really admit to that on stream? I see. I'm not though. I'm happy with the situation. Ah, good. I'm not the spy. This is the other game. Eliza, you mean me and Carol? Or who? You mean... for this... No. This is the other game. This is the private game. It has nothing to do with Star Trek Pathos, as far as you know. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the private session. Yes. So, that happened. And one of the player characters who really doesn't like to be have that much responsibility, that doesn't really like to be in command, has been kind of left in command by virtue of being the only member of the bridge crew left on the ship, because the others are all going to court. So she's left to decide some stuff. Right. Sorry then, that's fine, don't worry. Not the live one, Saturdayly one. But on the positive side, they are using a runabout now. So that counts for something, right? Because they're using a runabout to go to court because the ship has to stay in orbit of the planet that they pretty much ruined accidentally by tearing out a little bit of spy tech. Incidentally, the planet's name is Riser, if you didn't know. Which you probably didn't. Well, depending who you are. But it was a fun session today. Ah, yes. I knew. Yeah, that's why I said depending on who you are. Good old Riser. Yep. Oh, and the captain in that game also just got given a moon as thanks for rescuing that one guy off the planet, because the planet's pretty much a vortex of chaos and destruction at this point, at the moment, which the players are trying to fix. And they rescued people from some villages, some resort villages, and one of those seems to have been quite a wealthy individual who gifted the captain a moon. Although I will admit, it was more difficult for him to speak with the captain than I had planned. Ahem, Kango Fango. But no, that was funny. And fun. If you wish to elaborate, please do. Might be amusing. This is turning out really well. The sort of patchy grass like this. It really feels like a different part of the map, which is good. Print. Gulp. You mean because I wanted you to elaborate? That's why you said gulp. Okay, now I'm just spreading out this other grass texture in here, just so that there's a bit more of a bit more variety in the grass texture, and it looks like I've actually bothered to do some work in here, because otherwise it would just look like an empty plane with just a repeating grass texture on it. Kango, do not be suspicious. Yeah, that looks good. Looks quite empty, but that's just the vastness of it. Okay, over here I want fields. So I think I'm going to get one that's been plowed, like this texture. Going over here. I need to reduce the brush size a bit. Ooh, did I already put a... Yes, I put a fence there, good. Is that the right rotation? I think it is, yes. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap to the tracks. Yes, and this is just going to be one field. Ooh, that needs to be fixed. Oh yes, because this is... right, okay. Hold on. Need to remove the gradient there. And then add in a few spline points, like for example one... Why can't I add... Oh, there we go. Why couldn't I add a spline point there? Like that. Just so the road's actually going over the top of the hill, not through it. If we wanted to do that, then I'd put a tunnel in. Incidentally, I think I've only ever once made a road tunnel in Trainz. Okay. Right, is that all? That could be a little bit closer there. Like that, I think. I think that looks good. Right, field finished. Now I can read a bit of chat. I, as the USS Eisenhower's official first officer, decided to err on the side of caution with the man from the planet, as his expression of desire to only meet with one individual in charge of planetary rescue operations to express his gratitude did seem a bit unusual at first, but it did make sense later on. Yes, because he wanted to gift the moon, because his culture demanded it, he said, and because he really was very grateful for being saved. Thank you for typing that, by the way. Okay. Now I can increase the brush size a little bit. No, increase the brush size a little bit. Fill that in a bit more quickly. How does that look? Well, that looks good. Over here, I think I want... Do I want a little field in here? I don't think that's necessary. I think maybe just having this be grassy is fine. Then we can have a field back here. Marshall, really going wild on designing Eliza's armor. Ah, I see. Or rather, I don't see, because if I saw that, then I would mean that would be spying on your screen, which I'm not. I mean, which I'm totally not. Well, as long as you're having fun. First of all, her whole throttle plate carries one aluminum cast piece. I see. I think I want this texture back here. I might change it to one of the golden ones. Because if it's this far away, I might want it to be something that's easily visible from a distance. The green of this might not be that visible, who knows. I'll paint it and then I'll check, and then if I don't like it I can just replace the texture. Yeah, see, that doesn't really look... You can't really tell the difference. You can't really tell that that is a field. So update that with this one in selected area, which will be this. There we go. That's much better. Now you can actually see that it's a field. I am probably going to add some bushes or something along here. Or back here, maybe. But we'll do that later. First, I would like to grab that other field texture, because I do want to use it, just in a different spot. Also, I do really like how circular this is. This was a great suggestion. First of all, right. Don't worry, when I'm done, I'm gonna post a picture of her. Okay, if you want to. Right, now let's add a few trees here. That looks good. Right, how about another golden one? No, I want to use this texture because I like the way that looks. I like it a lot too. Or that. Okay, just something like this along here. And probably a little bit of a gap, because we probably want to have some trees between here, between those things. And then let's have this going like that, then we'll have some trees going like that, and then we'll have another field on the side. Alright, referring to the field we've just done, okay. Yes, I see what you mean. Okay, let's put the trees down next. Oh, that's not right. Didn't have any tools selected. I thought I pressed the button. Maybe I didn't. See, that already looks much better, doesn't it? I don't know if I need that many different types of trees along here. Maybe some of these ones in here. Maybe also a few along here. Maybe, well, what's this tree? No, not that one. I wanted this one. A few of these ones along here as well, maybe. Maybe I do want one of these ones, like here. Maybe moved into the ground a little bit, just to fill in this little gap. Like that. And then we can move this one over. And then probably rotate this tree because it's rotated. Well, actually, no, it's not. That's fine. Then we'll need the bush spline, which I think I've used here. Yes. Okay. Along here like that. Along here. All right. A little bit more like that. Just a little bit more like this to fill in that little gap. Then I need this to come out to about there. And also this little gap. And then I need to paint in the texture. The forest texture underneath here. Just a little bit. Very thin. Just like that. Then I'll do the other side, and then I'll fill in the middle. Ooh, another thing that happened this Saturday session is that an old player character made a reappearance, because the player had retired that character because that character just basically couldn't handle the stress of having that captain. And so he decided to get a transfer, which means the player went on to a new player character. But for this session, that old character was reintroduced for a little bit, which was fun. Oh, this has not been painted underneath yet. Like that. So you can see the field through there, good. And as you come in here, it gets a bit thicker. That's what I want. So let's paint the ballast underneath here. A little bit like that. Good. That looks much better. Well, almost. Well, it does look much better, but I need a little bit more on that little bit there. Right, so there you go. Now, to finish this bit, I said I wanted some trees along here. What if I just place these ones back here? I mean, that doesn't look bad. It's I need more variety, but I think that looks okay. Is that okay? What about this tree? Just adding a few in there. I think it needs to continue on like that, so that kind of overlaps with this one a little bit. Which means that I actually need a tree like that. And then I can use the bush spline to kind of fill in the back a little bit. Not sure if that adds or subtracts. I think it actually subtracts. Let's undo that. Maybe some of those bigger trees would help. Actually, I quite like that. It's a bit too uniform. I need to delete some of these trees. That one needs to go. Maybe two of these ones? Like that? Yeah, that's fine. So now I need to put grass along this bit and a fence. I'll do the fence first. Geez, actually, there we go. Find a bit that's exposed. Yep, the character, ex-chief medical officer, was basically fed up with the captain's threatening and borderline law-breaking antics and left the ship to be transferred to an automated freighter. But he briefly came back to help. Anyway, though, what have the Cardassians ever done for us? DS9? Well, naturally, but other than that, what have the Cardassians ever done for us? RX-2384 bzp? What does that have to do with the Cardassians? Please explain, I don't know what you mean. What does that have to do with the Cardassians? That is the registry of the ship that the ex-chief medical officer was serving on. Nothing? Well, that was a plot twist. To message, different context. Well, no. Because the first one, what have the Cardassians ever done to us, for us, was the same context as DS9, and then the one after that as well. So, who knows? Ha, yes. Yeah, but the joke was over then. Well, how was I supposed to know? Okay, that's good. Question is, do I need... Yes, I do need I do need the fence to go along here. The fence needs to go up there. Now I need the grass line, which I've quite luckily got right here. Which also means that I need to put a bit of it along here, just so that that looks a little bit better. I like this railroad. Okay. Right. Almost done with this bit. Something like that should be good. I think. Maybe this could do with a little bit more grass along here. Or is that too much? I think it's a bit too much. This over here as well. Because of the gap on the left. Well, that's not very nice, because now it just looks like it continues that way. No. Need that like that. Maybe delete that. That's a bit better. But now that needs to have a little bit more of a gap there. Because the thing is, on the left here I've got this big gap. So I need to have the gaps on the right as well, because otherwise it just doesn't look great. Okay, now I need to paint underneath. Will the plowed field get a scarecrow? I don't know. It's a scarecrow. The crows aren't afraid of it, but the cows seem to be keeping the distance. Oh, a scarecow, yes. To quote an unfinished game I've started. Haha, great. Scarecow. That wouldn't by any chance be a top-down game? Okay. Is that good, or does that need to... Yeah, that's a bit too far. I've gone too far! With what? The ground texture painting. What have you done? No, I just painted a little bit too far. Would it now? Maybe. Probably. Okay. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just continue this line on for miles and miles and miles and miles, and it could become a second main line. But then again, I don't want to, because I would rather keep this branch as it is, and then go back to the mountains to work on one of those branches for a change. Because it has been a long, long time since we've done that. Okay, do I need to paint along here? Yes, I do. Well, I need to put I need to put the spline down first. A little bit of this texture along here as well. That looks good. Does that look better? I like that. Save. Yep, it is is that game. Project nickname being Top Downer. Perhaps you could make a second main line in a future expansion of this route after its release. I doubt it. I would much prefer to work on new projects. Okay, so that looks pretty much done. Like, maybe I can have some grass along this bit, and that might look quite good. Just to emphasize the road that's going along here. The little dirt track. How does that look from a distance? I think that looks better if I do it on the other side as well, especially where the hill is. Okay. Yes, that looks much better. I'm much happier with that this way. So, this continues on that way. That looks almost finished. Still need again, just a bit more grass splinage along here. Might as well draw this underneath here, the texture. Okay, so that bit looks done to me. So now we've got this area to work with. I think we'll probably work with this bit first, fill that in, and then we'll work on the other stuff. Alright, we never finished this boxcar unloading thing. We'll have to do that as well at some point. Picture this. Many years after the MVS release, Shreddice announces a surprise stream. Eventually, the stream goes live. 34 people watching. Shreddice's face cam appears. So, are you all ready for MVR round 2? Dun dun dun. Everybody faints. Excluding me, of course. Okay, so I'm basically just going to be putting patches of grass spline along here. this along here as well. And I may delete some of this as we continue, because it might look better with less from a different angle. Like for example, from here you can tell, oh yes, this is clearly just splines put everywhere. So I have to fix some bits of it. Namely the bits that don't look good. Over here as well. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be fun making sessions for this map. Whenever that will be. Okay, how... that doesn't look great. One moment. Does that look? That looks good, I think. Okay, now we need the texture. This one, yes. Exactly. Stream title, MVR. Need more be said? Apparently not. Grass, sage, spline? I don't know, maybe. Looks Louvale. Thank you. There we are. Sorry. This along here. Okay. I wonder, should we have a like a water tower or something over here as well? I don't know. Maybe we should. So if we have a water tower, then probably also need a coaling stage, and I don't know. Maybe we'll have diesels back here, seeing as we've got so much of the other stuff serviced by steam switchers. Looks a bit like they played around with the idea of mowing that meadow a bit, but then decided, nah, that's not. Well, no. You've got taller grasses growing in some areas than in others. It's got to do with the soil, I think. Alright, this bit's not been painted yet. Okay. Maybe I could put a little bit of that other texture, the lighter one, in here. I'll save first, just in case. Just in case. Well, sorry, no, just in cakes. Just a little bit, just a few dabs of paint along here. Just so that it looks a little bit more worked on. Especially over here where the tracks are as well a little bit. Okay, does that look better? Yes, it does. I mean, just look at that. Don't you think that that looks good? I think that looks good. You might not be able to see it due to the... Hold on one moment. Ooh. Ah! Oh, right, of course. I see. The buttons. One moment. That's not what I meant. Like that. Yeah, just look at that. I quite like that. Although the compression isn't doing it wonders. I've just seen... If I leave it like this for a bit, it might be a bit better. Maybe if I tilt it a little bit. Maybe that. Because the colors are very, very similar here. That looks right, Supreme. That is Supreme. Water tower? It's time for Animaniacs. Well, with the water tower, it depends. Do we want to have steam over here or not? I think that this might be best if we just had a little diesel, because we've got a lot of other steam stuff. So, for example, over here, for this industry, we've got it's set up for steam locomotive. So all of this stuff will be handled by steam. Yes. Those steamers, yes, probably. Over here, we've got this whole industrial area, which is can be handled by both. But considering that this is this industrial area and this refinery are so close to this yard, where we have the full steam servicing facilities, that can be handled by both, so we can have both types there. So I think that it would be good to have an area which is more geared towards diesel switchers as well. I think that's good. Oh, you meant that kind of water tower. Oh, what did you mean? Oh yeah, Supreme. It just looks great. Let's just say that. I thought you meant alright, standalone larger one on the meadow. Maybe. I mean, might look okay there. That might be a good idea. I'll try it out. 44 ton now? I don't know about the time period, but of course if you want to make sessions, you can make sessions. Unless, of course, N3V change it up and it's like, oh, actually, no, you can't. If it's a DLC, you can't make sessions for it. Which I don't think is the case. But I haven't bought any DLC maps for Trainz, so I don't know. Plus, I'm not on the latest snapshot either. But I think it should work. You could have a water tower there, but... No, I prefer leaving this space blank. Might have a water tower there? No, that's just too much. No, I tried it, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's why I also dropped the Animaniacs reference into chat. Okay, sure. I thought it was just referencing the term water tower, not necessarily that type of water tower. So, we need trucks and trailers over here. No, not the game. Let's try those. That one looks quite well. Yeah, that's the parked one. Let's use a couple of these ones that are parked. And then I'll get a truck. Oh yes, back here. Yes? No? Yes. Good. Parked cars? Maybe. Because we don't have a car park yet for the thing. Well, I guess we do kind of, because we can have cars parked along here, and I don't think this would require that many. So we also have some cars along here. Maybe having another warehouse or something on here might be good. Or, I don't know. Maybe just curving that a little bit like that. I think that would suffice. Which means that we'll probably have a field back here. It might come up to this point, but I don't know. This bit along here is probably just going to be grass, like this patch back here, but okay, well, let's try it. Let's try it. Also, I think I do want to have a row of trees right along here, because if the tracks curve that way, I want that to be hidden, because that's where it goes to the portals. So, what kind of field do I want? Maybe just one of these ones. Another one of these ones. Let's try that. Okay, so if this goes all the way back there, and then along here, should this be the same field, just one field like that? Let's see. I think... No, it shouldn't. I think it would be good to have a road going along here, maybe? So, let's try that. So, if we have a road coming off at an angle like this, coming along like that, this, and then just carries on like that, then we could have that as a field boundary. Does that look good? Or does it look better without having this separated like this? Actually, I quite like that, because this track goes back here and then it stops and goes back the other way. So it can feel a bit like that's the end of the world here. Like there's the end of the line, it doesn't go further. But having the road continue past that at the same angle that the tracks have been going, that's going alongside it, kind of feels like it actually continues. It's just the tracks that end here. That might be quite nice. So yes, I will have it like this. Which means I'll paint the dirt underneath. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, like that. That looks good. Alright, also, it'd be nice if a future iteration of Trainz 22 would have like an object attachment point feature. So like a semi-trailer could have a trailer pin node, and the semi-truck would have a fifth wheel node, and then if you place them close to each other with a use node option enabled, they would snap together and but objects would orbit around that one point. I think a feature like that could be good, but I think that its uses would be limited, because outside of vehicles, I don't see much use for that, unless it also worked with, for example, splines. So if you had a road spline with sidewalk, then the sidewalk could have a node every maybe 10 meters or so. So you could just select, well, grid select it, and then put all the nodes, put a street light, for example, or something like that. That might be good, but other than those things, I don't know if that feature would be that useful. It's easy to place trucks, trailers, and 59 minutes ago you started streaming. Pose, alright. So, okay. But now, do I want field there like this? Does that look good? I think so, yes. So I think that's actually also a good point for the field to start at. Okay, good progress. So if you imagine switching here, like you're pulling a cut of cars along here, decoupling, continuing on, going back here with the field starting, then switching and going back this way. I quite like that. Ooh, yeah, MC2 also allows for automatic repeated placement of objects where every X amount of meters along splines, right? Well, don't ask me. Alright, exclamation mark. That wasn't a question, I see. But yeah, you're right. Could perhaps also allow for the easy building of modular buildings? Maybe. But then, with modular buildings, I mean, maybe. I think this should just be a meadow. So, it's a little bit like that. Okay. Right, like this. Yeah, we can have a fence along here, and then probably some trees at the back or around there. Let's put the fences in. Maybe a wildflower meadow, poppies, cornflowers, ragwort, cow parsley. Where? You mean in this bit? I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna have this pattern over here as well, and maybe I'll put some wildflowers in. I don't know yet. I meant the meadow opposite the golden field. Alright. So back here. No. Back there. No. Okay, good, good. Okay, so... yeah, that looks quite nice. Although, that's a bit too far away. This bit, because... Well, I might as well just... Because it's so close to the field here, where the road is, because the distance is so short, that looks a bit weird having this much green space between here. So I think, like this, it looks better. Ish. It's a little bit too much. Also, I think it might be good having a having a fence gate in here, because that'll just give a little bit more detail to this area back here, which otherwise looks a bit empty. Let's use the closed one. Okay, that's good. And then I'll need a bit of the texture. Did I just use the normal one? Yes, I think so. Although I think maybe that one would fit a bit better. Just be a little bit of mud from tractors and things going in and out here. It's a bit too much in the corner there. Like that, maybe? It's a little bit too much, hold on. Yes, like that-ish. Like that. Still not. Yes, that's what I want. Well, now it's a bit too little. One moment. No, I think this is probably going to be the best it'll get. Although, that's a bit of an improvement, like that. Okay, sure, let's leave it like this. Okay, that's the route done. We'll leave it like this. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That was... I misread the script. My mistake. It was about to suggest that too... Good. So now over to the next field over here. Let's put the fence along this bit. And this will just carry on like that. And then this will go parallel to the road. All the faces in an arrow that's pointing down, well, half an arrow that's pointing downwards. Which means that I think it's going to look good if we have another gate here. Also, regarding the possible repaints I mentioned I might do in the last year's 19th stream, I've pretty much dropped the idea due to alignment issues of the template itself, file conversion, image size issues too. But oh well. Anyone else working on any repaint? I'm not. Repaints lately? I don't know. But I mean, you've got plenty of Amtrak stuff to still work on the route though. See, that's what this bit needed. Just as you come along here, just that little bit of detail with those two gates there and the little mud in the corner. That's what is needed, just that extra bit to give you a bit more immersion, to make it feel a bit more real. Maybe. What do you mean? Looks really nice. Yes, your map does look really nice. Well, the start of it anyway. Okay, so I guess next is grassification. Yes. Got a lot of grassification to do. And I'm actually going to do it from the other angle. From this side, because that's the shadow side. So I will be able to see better what it looks like, because I'll be able to see the darker side of this. I think maybe we can cover the back bit of this in grass as well. Okay. Plus, at the beginning of today's big roleplay session in Discord, I surprised everyone with Star Trek 6 music that I played over Discord. That was nice. Okay. Might be a bit too much like that. Maybe more like this. Then we'll have like a wedge shape of grass along here. How does that look? Could be a bit closer to the road on this side, so I'll add another spline like that. That could also be a bit closer to the road like this. Well, to the dirt area thing. No, that's reaching in too much. Maybe more like that. Yes? That looks a bit better. How about the other bits? How does that look? I think if it is covered in grass, probably going to need most of this to be covered in grass, because if they maintained all of this bit, then they wouldn't really stop just a few feet short of the end of the siding. But if they do it like that, I think that might be a bit better. I'm not quite happy with this bit back here yet. Maybe if I deleted this little bit there. That a bit closer like this, and then maybe like that. Yeah, and then if this is all grassed like that, then that'll be fine as well. Okay. Although I feel like a few wildflowers couldn't hurt the route. You're probably right. Huh. I meant the mud, and the gates, and the arrangement of fields, rail and dirt road. Oh yeah. I was shocked beyond belief. Can confirm I was there. Alright, there's the starter music. Will the route get a mushroom pass? I don't think so. Like a fungi pass? I do not think so. But let's paint the grass texture underneath this bit so we can see more what it's actually going to look like. So we can get a bit of a better feel for it before we work on the other areas that will have this grass. So like this. I think this needs to be a bit more, grass closer to the tracks for this to look good on the ballast. Just like that, yes. Just a few hints of ballast, but then that's a little bit too much on this side then, so this needs to go away a little bit. Like that. Yeah, being able to see more would be good. Good night then, Albastru. Oh, have you on? Oh, good night then, if you can hear this. Okay. Yeah, gone from the list, I see. That's okay. Let's just stop by. He's a bit more along the edge there, I think. Will you lower the grass around the end of the tracks? I don't think so. Oh, that's fine. That connects like that. That's good. Okay, now. Looks good. From this side, looks good as well. Go a little bit further back than the loading changes, but that looks good. I think, yes, I am going to also paint a bit of the other texture between there. Is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. This one. Just a little bit of this lighter grass texture between here, just for a little bit of contrast. A little bit like this, a little bit like that. Yes, like that. Great. Oh, well, a little bit more along here. Okay. Right, so will the warehouse area be fed still? I don't think so. I think it's fine to just leave it open. Yeah, these grassy patches look wonderful. I'd imagine walking through there would be very nice, yes. If you don't get bogged down. So next, I could do this big area, but let's do these little areas next. That way it feels like more progress. And I should probably do this from this side so I can actually see what it looks like. Ah, it's a bit too much of that, a bit too far. That feels a little bit too close there. Okay, so now let's paint. And let's lip that off. No, let's just paint. Okay. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Which means actually I need a bit of this texture over here as well because I didn't paint that in here yet, so that's what I'll do. Okay, a little bit here as well, just a little touch up. Okay, so I do quite like how that looks. Might be a bit hard to tell on stream with the bitrate. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there with the loading, but it's not that obvious, especially if you're down here. And if you get closer, it looks better anyway. From this way, yeah, that looks good as well. I said walking, not driving through it with one of these. Yeah. Paint? UK? No, I can tell it looks lovely. Thank you. The strange is from up here, the loading is fine. It's just if you turn the camera, then it's like the lighting changes a bit. I don't know. Ah, but it's not that bad. Nope, I've got to do it from the side. Okay. Okay. Not really commentating that much, but it's just grass placement. There's not that much to commentate on. Unless you want to talk about Doctor Who again, but I think that might be a bit too much. That could look a little bit better, this little bit here. I'm not sure though. Maybe I'll paint it first and then we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, well, let's paint it first. Well, not with the texture. That's the texture that's already painted. But let's use this texture. Okay, just a little bit more like that. That looks good. I think. Yes. Yes. The message with the link was regarding if you don't get bogged down. I know. Will this route also get a Devil's Tower look like somewhere? I don't think so. Maybe with a tunnel going through? No, because if we did have a Devil's Tower, then it would be a natural monument. We wouldn't want to build a tunnel through it. Doctor Who again, it looks good. Aw, the shrinking hearts. What do you mean, that you like it less and less and less? No, I'm joking. I don't think that that's the case. Yeah, now you're making yeah. Okay, like this. Then I need the other texture to put in between. Which means I'll probably need a little bit more of this texture over here as well. A little bit there. Little splodge over there. Okay. Good. Ish. Hold on. Like that. I think that looks nice. Okay, so I've got to put grass along there, in this bit, and this bit, and in this bit. And technically also in this bit. But let's finish off this little area first. Should be quite simple. I don't think we need any grass along this bit. Although maybe. I mean, from this angle, that does look good. Having a little bit of grass on either side there. But then from this side, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe like that? So it's coming like this. So like that. Actually, I do like it with the grass. Gives it a little bit more detail. Going to rechat in a little bit. So I finished painting this ground. I don't know if I want to paint that much over here. No, that's a bit too much. I like to keep the texture work here intact. Okay, now I just need the other texture, namely that one. That's not what I wanted. Should we have a little bit of grass in here as well? Maybe just a tiny bit like that. Do I like it better with or without that bit of grass there? I think, well, let's see. If I undo that. I think I prefer it with it. Shadows, I meant like hillside or mountainside with the Devil's Tower at top, look-alike on the top perhaps, and a tunnel through further down. Nah, I don't think so. I don't like that. Nope. At least not the way I'm imagining it. Maybe the way you're imagining it, I would like it, but I don't know how you're imagining it. So will you be placing a cat around the pulp mill somewhere as an Easter egg? Sure. Let me just quickly switch to this while I play. No, I'll show you where I'll place it. I'll put animate, well, I'll see if I can just find one. SAP cat. Non-animate. Well, let's put a cat in the shed. Why not? What is this animated? Oh, the animated cat's walking like that. Just laying in there, getting a bit of rest. Oops, that's... just over by the door. Just laying there like that. Is that floating? Cat, are you floating? I think you were floating. Okay, just like that. So you're gonna look outside, it's getting a bit of rest. It isn't that obvious. Maybe give it a name too? No. Grass looks nice, sure looks good, sure nice. Oh, Caterpillar Challenger 65, never seen that asset before. Maybe there could be a coniferous forest around a hillside among mountains, and the Devil's Tower lookalike could be seen in the distance somewhere. Well, maybe if we have that open of a vista, but I don't think we'll have that big of a distance we'll be able to see on this map. Oh, that's a nice. Will you name it? Alright, never mind. No. Well, you've got your answer. I'm just sliding further down my chair. Hold on. To your seats! No. Well, maybe if you want. Yes, let's finish this little bit back here. Now, do I want grass blinds along here? That's the question. Maybe is the answer. What does that look like? So let's imagine the same scenario. Coming over with a loco pulling some cars, decouple, come along here. I don't know. I don't know. I think I might prefer it without the grass there, or maybe a little less, maybe like that. Maybe if I had a little bit over here like this. No, because now it looks strange without the grass there. Not sure. Just need to look at it from all sorts of different angles. I think that's good. I'll paint the ground and then I'll decide if I want to keep it like this or not. Okay. Yes, I'm happy with that. Now I need to a little bit of this texture along down there, tiny bit there, little speck of it there. Okay. Save and then do this little bit back here. Oh, that's nice. Alright. Sleepy the cat? No. Not gnome this time. That's nice. Maybe add the sedge spline on top after all. I don't know. It's not supposed to look that wet. How's that? Almost good. Yeah, that just not convinced. The pattern, not convinced by the pattern. Maybe like that, if that's closed off. Almost. I don't like how that looks like a passage through there. But I can't really change that, unfortunately. That there. And you go around. Back this way. Maybe if I... that like that bit. Maybe that look better. Yeah, that looks better. But I think maybe if I had... oops, didn't mean that. If I had a little way through there like this. So if that was closed like that, and then this came over here. That looks better. And then I'll have to close this bit off like that. I prefer that, yes. Now I'll have to paint it. But that's not an issue. I've got plenty of cans of grass. Like that. This along here. Now I just have to check it from this side. So from this side, you come along this way. See, that's a bit odd. Having the grass pline here so close to the track, and then where it's more open, to have the grass so far back. Maybe I do prefer it without the grass blinds here. I think I do. I wasn't sure before, and I think I do prefer it without the grass blinds there. Although on this bit I'm not sure. On this bit back here I think I do. From this angle it looks fine, just from... Well, let's see. Now, I think what I need to do is just bring the grass here a bit closer to the tracks. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Like that. Well. I think that fixes the issue I had. Almost. This needs to be a little tiny bit closer. Like that. Yes, that fixes it. Okay, I've just got this little bit back here to fill in. I think we can do that this stream. Don't have to put that much effort into this bit back there because you are barely going to be able to see that. Oh, and I forgot to paint the other texture in here. That might change the look of this place a little bit. Then maybe just having a little bit of grass going along here where the fence is. Or does that not look good? Ooh, that's not where the fence is. Huh. Like that. I think that that's good. Well, I think it could be used for wetlands, but also just for tall grass, maybe. I don't know. If I use that asset where with wetlands, like I've been doing, then that's what the player will associate it with. So, at least on this map. Don't go into the tall grass! Yes, and then he himself went into the tall grass because everybody else was, and he got eaten. Oh, and furthermore, will you put an animated combine on that golden field? I don't know if there's one that fits with this time period. But that's not an issue. I've got plenty of cans and paint. Of course, yeah. Don't we all? Looks good, I think. Also, quick topic: is the tray player in the menu bar currently playing? It looks like it is. Not sure if it should be. Hold on, let me unmute. Ah, it is. Hold on. Must have pressed the button one moment. Anyway, I'll deal with that off the stream. Never mind. Right. So. Barely. Yeah, that's true. Really well ends. True. Okay. I think I should get a thumbnail and then we'll call it a stream. I know, that's very similar to last time. I mean, that might look good, but the loading makes it look a little off. Maybe like that. I don't know. Maybe if I have the field of view the other way, maybe that will look better. You can't see anything on that. Delete that. Have to get really quite up close. This maybe? Well, if I'm this close, hold on. Maybe like that. I think that would look nice. So let's place the tree of save protection. There we go. There is a non-animated one that I think would fit. Sort of dark red one, maybe. Search for a combine and a harvester. I'm not sure what it's called exactly. 1001 bugs on the meadow. How about the close-up of the lines and no, because we don't have the grass down on the other side yet. Besides, you can't really see it that way. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived on YouTube. Kangathanga streams on Sundays, tomorrow. And yes, Living Art is available on Steam. And soon the Coleman Mountains Railroad will be available on the Trainz DLC store. But that's not gone through beta testing yet fully. So, yes. Also, on Thursday, a new Star Trek Pathos episode will begin. And this one's going to be a special one. So, it's not going to literally be a special, as in the episode is special. It's just going to be an episode which also happens to be special. So anyway. Right, okay. So, bye. Thank you all for watching again. Bye-bye. Good night, if that's appropriate for you at the moment. Bye.